Homo bacillus to Neanderthals to finally Homo sapiens. The reason we survived so many years as a species is not because of fire or technology. The differentiating factor between us and the animal kingdom is our desire to win, our desire to be the best. I would like to further elaborate on a winning mindset, starting with Karoli Takas. Karoli Takas was an air pistol shooter for Hungary. He was not allowed to take part in the 1936 Olympics as he was a sergeant, and in Hungary, it is forbidden for someone to take part in the Olympics who is of that lower rank. Unfortunately, that rule was not applicable in the 1940 Olympics, hence he was allowed to take part. But during that tenure, a foul accident happened and a hand grenade blew his right hand off. Now, Karoli was a national champion and Olympic favorite. When someone loses their right hand in such a fashion, they usually tend to wallow in self-pity and throw in the towel. They try to explore various other avenues in life, maybe become a motivational speaker, but not Karoli. Karoli wanted to become an Olympic gold medalist. So he picked himself up. Instead of looking at what he had lost, he looked at what he still had, which was his left hand and the instincts of an Olympic winner. After a week, he was discharged from the hospital and he began practicing after a month, privately. He later resurfaced at the Hungary Nationals. All his competitors were astounded to see him because they didn't expect him to be there. They were befuddled when they realized that he was participating. Not only did he participate, he went on to win the Nationals, win the Olympics the next year, and the Olympics after that. So just to recap, he was denied to take part in the Olympics, blew his hand off, resurfaced, won the national championship with his left hand, and won the Olympics for the next 2 years in a row. Now, if that is not determination, I do not know what is. Roger Bannister, a neurologist by profession and a long-distance runner by passion, was the first person to break the 4-minute barrier. The 4-minute barrier, for those that don't know, is that it was a myth that it was impossible to run the mile in under 4 minutes. Now, this was back in the 1950s. John Lardy, the top athlete at the time, had a record of running the mile in 4 minutes in 1 second 3 times. In an interview, he was quoted saying that it is impossible to break the 4-minute barrier. 45 days after that statement, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute barrier. When asked about how he did it, he said that he didn't have any barrier in his mind. He was running because he loved running. And he clocked in 3 minutes, 58 seconds, and 91 milliseconds, and was the new holder of the world record. He did what he loves doing and benefited from doing so. Weeks later, John Lardy ran the mile, and he too did it under 4 minutes. After a span of a couple of years, 15 athletes ran the mile in under 4 minutes. Now, did their bodies mutate and they suddenly became better athletes? Was it wisdom of the age? No. It was the shattering of a mental barrier. It was freedom from their shackles. Roger Bannister believed that an open mind was the first step in succeeding, because if your mind is closed and you place restrictions, you're limiting how high you can fly. Moving on to Maravan Atapattu. For all those die-hard cricket fans, everyone would know that he was the captain of the Sri Lankan team, who was extremely successful and once in a while tried his hand at right-arm spin bowling. But what people don't know is that he made his test debut at the age of 20. In the first innings that he played, he scored 0 runs, and the second innings, he scored 0 runs again. The second match, he scored 1 run in the first innings and 0 runs in the second innings. He was dropped. 12 months later, he got called up to play a series of ODIs against Pakistan. Failing to score in each one of them resulted to him being dropped again. He went back to first-class cricket, played matches after matches, scored centuries after centuries. 18 months later, opportunity finally knocked again. This time, he seized it with both his hands, going on to become one of the best opening batsmen Sri Lanka has ever seen, partnering the Sanath Jayasuriya, and then captaining Sri Lanka to great heights. All this from a man that took over 3 years to score 2 runs in international cricket. Outstanding, isn't it? So, summing up, I think an ideal winner's mindset is Caroli's outlook of always looking at the brighter picture and never giving up, Roger Bannister's open-mindedness, and Maravan Atapattu's unparalleled determination. In conclusion, I would like to say that in life, when you're knocked down, think like a boxer. You have 10 seconds to get up or you're out. Thank you.